All right, happy Thursday, guys. So today we're going to build off of what we did last class, and you'll have a Hawks assignment today. So last class was a paper assignment. Today is going to be a Hawks assignment. So we're going to talk about nth roots, which means we're getting into bigger roots than square roots. Again, if you have any questions over this, just let me know, and I can review it for you. So the principal nth root of a real number a is symbolized as a radical as n root a. The number n is the index of the radical. We can also use the vocabulary radical and radicand. So perfect cubes that you really need to know, and I would write these down somewhere. 1 cubed is 1, 2 cubed is 8, 3 cubed is 27, 4 cubed is 64, 5 cubed is 125, and 6 cubed is 216. So those are just ones that you see. Perfect fourth powers, 1 to the fourth is 1, 2 to the fourth is 16, 3 to the fourth is 81, 4 to the fourth is 256. We'll get into anyone really bigger than that. And lastly, fifth powers, 1 to the fifth is 1, 2 to the fifth is 32, 3 to the fifth is 243, and 4 to the fifth is 1024. And again, we won't get anything bigger than that. So, the big thing, just like last time, if there's a square root, if the radical on the outside is even, okay, then you have to put what's on the inside that you take out an absolute value. Okay, if it's odd, it's not a big deal. And with odd ones, you can have negatives on the inside. Whereas remember, with square roots, we couldn't have a negative on the inside. If it's an odd on the outside, we can have a negative. All right, so this is like what to the third power gives me negative 125. Well, we wrote down 125. That's 5 to the third. But this case is going to be negative 5. Because if I did negative 5 to the third, I get negative 125. So my answer would be negative 5. And again, I had you write these down just because you're going to see them a lot. Fourth root, so I go to my perfect fourth powers. All right, this is going to be 3. 3 to the fourth gives me 81. You can do the same thing that we did last class with fractions, right? I could do the cubed root of 1, the cubed root of 27. Okay, whenever you do that, cubed root of 1 is 1, cubed root of 27 is 3. So my answer is 1/3. So that's just kind of breaking it down and tying it into what we did last time. The product and quotient property, or product rules and quotient rules apply to this as well. So if I could split it up into, so if I had the cube root of 3 times x, I could split it into the cube root of 3 times the cube root of x. So that's the product rule. Quotient rule, if I had the cube root of 3 over the cube root of x, which actually we just did the quotient rule in the last problem, then I can have the cube root of 3 over the cube root of x. And this should be all written together. All right. So again, just like last time, the other thing too, like I said, make sure if it's even, okay, we have to put absolute value around it. So just to review. All right, this one's going to be odd, okay, but notice the cube root of 24 is not a perfect cube root. So I got to think of what cube root goes into 24. Well, the cube root of 8 is 2. Does 8 go into 24? Well, it does 3 times, right? So I can simplify this to get 2 cubed root of 3. That's as far as you can go because you can't figure out the cube root of 3. Again, if it's odd, you can have a negative on the inside. We just did this one. The cube root of negative 125 is negative 5. Okay. Now I got to figure out how many times 3 goes into 6. Well, it's 2, so I have x squared. That's what I'm going to pull out. I have none left over, so I don't have to worry about x's on the inside. How many times does 3 go into 9? 3 times, so I have y cubed. That one's not too bad. This one, okay, you're going to have a leftover. Cube root of 125 is going to be a positive 5. Okay, how many times does 3 go into 7? Well, it's twice, so I can pull out 2a squared, or 2a's, and then I have 1 left over because 2 times 3 gives me 6. There was 7a's, so I took 6 away, so I have 1 left over. So you write your answer like that. Make sure on Hawks you're putting in correctly. You need to have the square root button or the radical button that has a number in front so you can input it. All right, couple more examples. Almost done here. Fifth root, negative 243, y is 6, z to the 11th. 243 is a fifth root, so your answer is negative 3 for the negative 243. How many times does 5 go into 6? Well, I have 1. How many times does 5 go into 11? Well, that's twice. I have z squared. Now the fifth root, I have 1 y left over and 1 z left over. All right, and this last one is what I was talking about. Notice it's even on the outside, okay? And if it's even on the inside, like both of these, you have to put your answer in absolute value. So on top, I have the absolute value of y, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. 24 divided by 4 is 6. So all that goes in absolute value. And I got to figure out the fourth root of 16, which is 2. All right? And that is the whole lesson again. Again, they're not too long. Try to keep them short. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. You need to be getting Hawks done. Stay on top of it. All right? Other than that, enjoy your weekend. Make sure you get your homework done. And have a good day, guys.